Hey, what's up everyone, it's Patrick, and welcome to my guide to the Tale of the Muspah quest on RuneScape 3. On screen right now is everything you need to prepare yourself for this quest. The green text is what you actually need, and the white text explains where to get everything for the Ironman as well as recommended items. I think most of this is self-explanatory. I just want to explain the cut sapphires that you can get during the quest. You need 20 crafting if you're doing it this way because they really give you uncut sapphires, and you need the crafting level to cut them. If you're not an Ironman, you could just buy them, of course. If you are an Ironman and don't have the crafting level, you're better off getting the level because there aren't really any good places to get sapphires that are already cut. It's easier to just get the 20 crafting. Anyways, feel free to pause this if you need, as I'm going to get into the quest now. This video is brought to you by the awesome members of my Patreon. If you want access to some exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Enjoy the video, everyone. To start the quest, go to this area northeast of Relica, shown by a yellow marker on this map. You can get there using the Fremennik Province lodestone, fairing code DKS, or teleport to house if your house is in Relica. If you don't have any good teleports to get there and you don't have the lodestone unlocked, you're going to have to walk there, but I would suggest unlocking the lodestone when you reach it, as you will have to come back here later as well. Speak to Urjoff, accept the quest, and select option 1. Okay, your secret is safe with me. Jump the flat rock to cross the water. Go northwest towards a cave opening. Enter the cave opening. Follow Urjoff northeast towards the ice block in the middle of the water. This is around where he should stop walking. Once he stops, speak to him and select option 2 a total of 3 times. Take from the pile of driftwood to the northwest and fill your inventory. You probably won't need all of them, but it's good to have extras, and you still need more. You can grab more from this pile later. Click on one of the driftwoods in your inventory, select the chat option for however many of them you grab to turn them all into fire rafts. Click on the ice mound to the west to block off that hole. The ice mound should look like a giant snowball. Make your way around to the very east side of this area. You have to jump across a couple of flat rocks to get from one area to the next. You need to get to the ice mound here. Click on that to block off this hole to the east as well. Go northwest and jump across that flat rock. Now I'm going to explain what we're about to do here, so don't do anything yet, just listen. Obviously, there is a large body of water in the center of the room. Those holes that you blocked off, there's also one to the south. Don't worry, you didn't have to do anything with that one for now. We left that one alone so it stays unblocked. I just wanted to point out so you know that's there. When you block and unblock these holes, they control the direction of the water flow. Also, you can send these fire rafts you have in your inventory out into the water and make them go where you need to go. The point of what we're about to do is to get those fire rafts as close as possible to every side of that giant ice block in the middle to make them melt. We're going to focus on one side at a time, and I'm going to walk you through this, of course, but I thought you should at least have a basic understanding. In case you make any mistake, you'll very easily be able to fix them yourself. For this first part, the west and east hole should be blocked already, the south is unblocked. You need to be standing as close to the water as you can, and you have to be directly in line with the eastern side of the ice block, pretty much in the exact spot I'm in. You can send a fire wrath out to test it to make sure it actually goes all the way over there. That's why it's good to have extras. One other thing you also need to know is that these fire rafts only stay up for a few seconds, enough time to melt the ice plus maybe a few seconds more. The reason why this is important, because in order to melt this entire side of the ice block, you need to send out 5 fire rafts in a row so that they stack on each other in a line. If the earlier ones start disappearing, you won't be able to get to the ones at the end. If done correctly, it should look like this. Notice how I have 5 fire rafts lined up perfectly on that one side, and all the ice on that side is also gone. Feel free to pause this if you need it, as I'm going to move on to the next part now. We're now going to do the north side. You don't have to do anything with the holes in the walls. We're going to keep that the same. All you do here is go west about 2 or 3 spaces so you're lined up with the next part of the ice while being as close to the water as possible. Send out a fire raft which should travel straight towards the ice. Move 1 space west, send out another one. Move 1 more space west and send out a third one. It should be 3 fire rafts lined up next to each other like this, and the ice in this section should melt. That one corner isn't melted in my screenshot because I turned my camera way too early and didn't catch it, but at the very least, this is what the fire raft should look like. Trust me, if I let it keep going for like 2 more seconds, it would be. Feel free to pause this as I'm going to move on to the next side now. Once you're done with the north side, you're going to go southwest, unblock the western hole by clicking on the stuff in the water to get rid of them. Go southeast and block the southern hole. We're going to leave the eastern hole alone, which should be currently blocked if you want to double check, but on this section of land that we're standing on, you're going to stand in like the northwest corner of it. You're going to line yourself up like this. If you're sending out a fire raft, it should go straight down the southern side of the ice. So the concept of this is similar to the first one where you have to stack them on top of each other, but this time you only have to send out 4. Once again, I turned my camera way too early before all the ice melted, but this is what the fire raft should look like. Feel free to pause this as I'm going to move on to the next part now. You're now going to unblock the hole to the east. Leave the southern hole alone as it should be blocked already, but you also need to block the western hole. While standing on this piece of land, notice how the part of land that touches the water kind of curves. You want to stand on a spot that gets you as far out to the water as possible, like where I'm standing. If you were to send out a single fire raft from here, it should go perfectly east towards one of the 2 remaining pieces of ice on the block. Then you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, so you jump across the flat rock, stand on a spot that gets you as far out to the water as possible, like where I'm standing. Sending out fire rafts should melt the last piece of ice. So we're only sending out 2, and this is what it should look like with both fire rafts out there. Feel free to pause this as I'm going to move on to the next part now. Jump across the flat rock to the west. Go east to find Urjoff. Speak to him, then select options 2 and 1. Head southwest through a cave opening. Go southeast through a next cave opening to get out of the area. Head north to the area shown by a yellow marker on this map. There are steps here that you can click on to go up to the next area. Speak to the natural historian, and well, there are a lot of chat options you have to select here, so I just wrote everything for you on screen. Go to this area north of Pole Niche shown by a yellow marker on this map. You can get there using a Pole Niche teleport scroll, a Slayer ring to Simona, or any teleport to Alcrid, and take the magic carpet from the Shantae Pass. Click on the sand pile to unveil a statue, and Ali the Wise will start speaking to you. Finish that dialogue. Speak to Ali the Wise again and select option 3 for a total of 4 times, then select option 4. Go back to the cave near Relica. Enter the cave opening. Go northwest and enter the cave opening over there. You now need your 4 cut sapphires. These rocks around you are sapphire rocks that you can mine to get uncut sapphires. Then you click on them to cut them. You only need 4 for the quest, but I believe there are 8 rocks here and they don't even respawn. So you want to claim this one-time offer of free extra gems by mining all 8. You could do that as well. When you're ready, go northeast towards the ice block. Cross the floating bridge. Click on the ice block and wait for your character to put all 4 sapphires in the ice. Wield your staff for water runes if you're using one, but just having 8 water runes is fine. Then click on the ice block to enchant the sapphires. According to the wiki, you could be on any spellbook for this, even though you're basically casting level 1 enchant, which is a standard spellbook spell. Pick your sapphires back up after the ice is gone. You'll need them later as well. Speak to the Muspah and select options 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 5. Once again, those options are 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 5. Cross back over the floating bridge. Go through the cave opening to the southwest. Speak to Urjoff. Exit the cave and head north to the area shown by a yellow marker on his map. Make a canoe out of fallen log. Travel in the canoe. Enter the caverns to the south. Go a bit south to find Jalin. Make sure you don't have any followers out, pick them up or dismiss them or whatever. Speak to Jalin and select option 1, yes, follow me, we'll find somewhere you can rest. Head down the path to the southeast. When you're able to, go west. Go the most southwest corner of this area. Speak to Jalin and select option 1, is this spot peaceful enough for you? Click on him, which should allow you to place the sapphires around him. Click on him again to speak to him to receive a Muspah tail and enchant the sapphires. Time to get out of here, so go north. Turn east and go all the way. Go north and follow the path to northwest. The exit is all the way to north. Exit the cave. Take the canoe to go back speak to Urgeoff. Hope you found the video helpful. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for future videos to come if you haven't already. There are also links in the description below for my Patreon, donation link, Twitter, and Discord where you can interact with me. Donations can also be directly made through YouTube now with thanks option near the like button below the video. Catch you later. Peace.